First up for Will, we'll go to Susan Miller-Degnan of the Miami Herald. Susan, go.
Hey, Will.
Hey.
So this is your last season, and it's not the way you had first envisioned it to be. But has a few parts to it. What makes you believe it will ultimately head in the right direction? And also, how hard is it to be part of a rebuilding process when you're in your last year, knowing you won't be able to see the end results?
Yeah, obviously it's not gone the way that I envisioned or that I hoped, but we still got a lot of football left to play, and we've got to finish strong and stay together. But how I know that this program is going to be successful is our head man, Coach Cristobal. I've got nothing but the utmost trust and faith in him and his vision and his blueprint with the staff that he has here, and what he's got going. So, that makes me feel good that I know we'll be in good hands.
Okay, and the other thing is just Jake. How's Jake doing? He's taken on a bigger role. What's it been like in practice? His timing, his throws, his attitude,
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, Jake's a guy that's prepared all season long like he's a starter. If I know you guys aren't there at practice, but if you get to see him when Tyler was playing, Jake's back behind him, and you can see it in the film room on the cameras. He's running through the same progressions as Tyler is, and it's something that's really cool that you get to see how much it means to him, how he takes every single reps very, very seriously. So he's been taking those 1 reps, since day one mentally. So and he's looking good. We know what kind of player he is. We know the throws he can make, the kind of person he is, the kind of worker he is. So it's good.
Go to Adam Lichtenstein of the Sun Sentinel.
Hey, Will. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you guys have kind of been in this position before where, the season doesn't start the way you would like. But last year, you guys were in a similar spot and kind of turned things around towards the end. I think, won 5 out of 6 to end the year, and only lost that game to FSU. What did you guys do last year to kind of turn things around, and how can you kind of take those lessons from last season and bring them to this season?
Yeah, I think we kind of realized, hey, we're all we got and we're all we need. We come together, and this is something, hey, let's finish this. Let's do it together. Let's do it the right way. I think that's what's happening now too. Guys are, hey, we really got nothing else to lose, but let's stay together. Let's finish this strong, and let's go out there and win. That's what we need to do. That's what we deserve to do. We've been working way too hard to not do that. So that's what we're doing. We want to come together, stay together, and finish this as good as we can. And I know we will.
Go to Michael McCoy from the Big O Show.
Good afternoon, Will. Thanks for taking my question. So a large part of the culture here at Miami is older players coming back and, imparting wisdom. I wanted to know if you reach out to any of the, former tight ends or former players, period, or if any former players have been, coming back this season after it's, been such a tough time these past few games. Just wanted to know if there's been any communication with football alum.
Yeah, a little. I know. I think all of us are busy and stuff. Earlier in the year, there's more guys around. I mean, obviously, I check in on Brevin, and he checks in on me every so often. I know he's busy. Shockey was here in the beginning of the year, and he's messaged me a couple of times. But I mean, I think we're dialed in. We don't have too many visitors right now. We're dialed in and just focused on what we got. But whenever you get that opportunity to hear from one of those former guys, it means a lot, because of what they say is I take it to heart because of they've done it. They're the greats. So any chance I get to hear from those guys, it's a special moment because it's such a cool opportunity to be here and have that available.
Got time for a few more for Will. We'll go to Matt Shodell for the Kane Sport.
Hey, Will, I know you talked about Jake. I was hoping to hear your thoughts on a young quarterback, Jakari Brown, and sort of what you've seen from him. Do you see some flashes of future potential? I know he's just sort of got there not that long ago.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think the thing that stands out to you, immediately is when you first meet him is just how good of a person he is. you can't really ask for a better person than him. He's a great person, a great teammate. But then I mean, it also helps that he's freakishly athletic, such a competitor. And he's grown so much, so it's been really cool to watch him. You guys have seen him; he gets a little bit more involved just because he's that versatile of an athlete. But to get to watch him grow over this year and then into the future, it's going to be something really special just because of how serious he takes it, how mature he is, and just how good of a person he is. It's going to be cool to see him develop as a player because he's got all the talent for sure.
Got time for 2 more questions for Will. We'll go to Daryl Streeter, then we'll go back to Adam to wrap it up. Daryl, go ahead for Will.
Yeah, Mallory. I got it. What is the difference between Jake and Tyler, like on the field, ball placement? What are some of the differences between the two?
I think those 2 guys are both extremely talented, and their arm talents, speak for themselves. They make throws that you're wowed by. You're like, wow, that's an impressive throw. But their leadership, that's a good problem that we have, is that we've got a stacked quarterback room. Not many places have that. So to be able to have a guy like Tyler, a guy like Jake, a guy like Jakari, it's a good problem to have. And each of them bring their own thing to the game, but each of them are very, very capable to be that guy.
All right, last question for Will. We'll go to Adam Lichtenstein in the Sunset.
Hey again. So, yeah, I just wanted to ask about, Virginia and, what you've seen from watching film on them, like what their defense looks like.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity. You got talented guys up front, big guys up front, good athletes on the back end and the linebacker position. So, it's every week it's going to be a good challenge for us, and we have to prepare accordingly because, they're coming out here to give us their best. That's something I say is every week we play someone, expect their best because you know what they want to do. They want to come down here and give it to us. So, we got to prepare accordingly because we've got a talented team up there. So we got to get ready to do our thing and execute.
All right, Will, thank you very much for your time.
Yep. Thank you guys. Have a good one.